In today's old school clip, we get to see human behaviour at its finest. Essentially, conformity. This is old school candid camera, where essentially we get to see members of the candid camera crew enter the lift and get whoever's in the lift to conform with them without even saying a word. Like all the old school human behaviour vids and psychology vids from back in the day, I find this stuff fascinating and so revealing. Human behaviour has been studied for years, the results of which, rather than used to empower us, that information has been used against us. So let's have a look at this short clip, various clips from back in the day displaying conformity and human behaviour at its finest.
The gentleman in the elevator now is a candid star. These folks who are entering, the man with the white shirt, the lady with the trench coat, and subsequently one other member of our staff, will face the rear. And you'll see how this man in the trench coat tries to maintain his individuality, but little by little, he looks at his watch, but he's really making an excuse for turning just a little bit more to the wall. Now we'll try it once again. Here's the candid subject. Here comes the candid camera staff, 3 of them at least. And this man has apparently been in groups before. Now, here's a fella with his hat on in the elevator. First he makes a full turn to the rear and Charlie closes the door. A moment later, we'll open the door, everybody's changed positions. Now we'll see if we can use group pressure for some good. Now, in a moment, on Charlie's signal, everybody turns forward. Notice they take off their hats. And now, do you think we could reverse the procedure? Watch.
Fascinating to watch these old clips of human behaviour, but that essentially is how society works and controls itself. Ignorant people gaslight others without even realising it, just based on their false beliefs and their education and their natural behaviour patterns, which unfortunately have been manipulated through education system and media. Fascinating to watch. For someone like myself, I'm marinated in the discomfort that was going against the grain years and years ago. So it's just a normal day at the office for me. But it's fascinating to watch how people would naturally try and conform there. I never naturally was drawn to go along with the group. I always wanted to question, stand back, hang on a minute, and assess. I was always inquisitive, had questions that were never answered. And now I know why. Fascinating though to watch these old videos of human behaviour, and it's not difficult to understand and see how people have been manipulated and controlled by the mainstream media, the education system, when their behaviour has been studied, and rather than empower those individuals with that information, the general masses as a whole have been controlled via that information and their behaviour. Fascinating.